Back. In this tutorial we are going to learn more point instancing concepts. Alright, let's switch back to instancing just this cylinder. Okay, now previously we've seen one way of changing the scale of the cylinder, which is going to the cylinder object and change the scale. Okay, so that's one way of doing it, but let's look at a procedural way of changing scale of instanced object. Okay, so let's add a point scale node. Okay, this node needs to be added before the point instance node. Okay, because the point instancer will take the values set up before to instance the objects. Okay, so let's switch to vector. Okay, so and then we can change the scale. So now I'm changing the scale in x and y axis, and I can do so in the z axis as well. Okay, that's the point scale node. We can also transform these points up. So let's add a point translate node and a vector. Let's make it so that the cylinders will stand on the ground plane. So let's enter a value of 2. There you go. So and if I make this 3 and just enter the same value here, and there you go. So basically we are shifting the points up by the size of the bounding box, something like that. Okay, and then what if I want to move these points away? Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let's use annotation and lines. So I want these points to move away from each other. Okay, like that. I'm not gonna draw the arrowheads, but I get the idea. So I want these points, the instances, okay, the point instances, to move away from each other. To do that, we are going to add an attribute vector math node. Okay, now I want to do I want to multiply these points. Okay, these points are vectors by a scalar value, so we are essentially scaling the vector. So let's do multiply. We want to scale the position attribute of each point by a vector, okay, like a multiplier. So on the x-axis I want to scale it 2 times, on the y-axis I want to scale it 2 times, and on the z-axis leave it as is, and then update the position. There you go. In fact, I can click drag on the x and y axis and then change them together. Okay, so that's the point instancing operations: scaling points, translating points, and also multiplying points by scalar values. Okay, maybe if this node gave you some headache because of the math involved, don't worry about it. I will go into more detail in further tutorials. Okay, yeah, that's about it. Hope you've learned some new concepts and also enjoying this series. Please leave a comment to let me know what you liked and what you did not like. I'll work on making this better. All right, thank you.